Okay. Welcome to, I don't know, 4th class of Heavy Far Norse mythology. This class, we will finally be going into story time. Now, something that you should know beforehand is that most stories was made by Loki. So Loki basically, he's like the Norse trickster god. He went around pulling pranks, and that's how most of our stories happen. So you should think. Now, first story is the building of the wall. You know Attack on Titans? That wall that they built, it's a reference. Now, some background knowledge, right? Thor, like we talked about in last class, Thor hates giants and will go out and kill them. And Thor loves to go on adventures, so it's not really a conflicting job, right? But he is also the protector of Asgardians. So he is the single most powerful god in all of cosmos. But he loves to go on adventures. So he would like, hey, bye family, I'll go out to greet SpongeBob or something. Try not to die on me, okay? So he would do that, and he would vanish for like a couple of months or years, I don't know. So he likes to, do side quests and exploit natives like your average Minecraft player. Now, his adventures would usually last weeks and months. In that time, Asgard would be left undefended, right? The Asgardians worried that some 不讲武德 dude would ambush Asgard when Thor's gone. So they need to build defensive measures to counter, what if someone nuked us when our anti-nuke is gone, right? So what they do, they decide to build a wall. Build a wall, right? But they're all too lazy to do it, right? Like, hey, let's hire some, engineers. Let's hire some builders. No builders want to come because, Asgardians, they're kind of, grumpy and they like to hold brawls and all that. So no one wants to build a wall. Just then, a guy showed up riding a large horse. Let's call him Bob, right? Bob claims that he can build the wall for Asgardians in return for his servitude, and in return for the wall, he wants Freya, the mama goddess, and the sun and moon as payment. So he literally wants the world.
Wow, what a scam!
But in Norse, yes, in Norse mythology, the sun and moon are Mani, and I forgot what the sun is called. So they're actually like little kids, So he wants little kids. So technically, Bob is a pedophile.
No, Bob the Builder is not.
No. It is Bob the Builder, but it is not Bob the Builder. Anyways, the gods decides to, they hold a meeting to decide if they should agree to Bob's, suggestion. No, because they really need that wall, That wall is more important than the sun and moon.
Build it yourself.
They're lazy.
Wow.
So the gods, they decided to hold a meeting, right? Loki, of course, Freya is like, ew, no, I don't want to go off with some weird stranger dude, and I don't know, man. But Loki, our favorite trickster god, he suggested that the gods agree to Bob's terms on one condition, that he finishes the wall in 3 months with no external aid apart from his horse. So it's like a one-man team. You have 3 months to build a wall around the mystical continent of Asgard, basically. Mystical realm of Asgard. So that seemed virtually impossible, So time passed, and Freya wouldn't be sacrificed, and presumably a large part of the wall would be built already, and then they could say, oh, you failed our agreement, so bye-bye, loser. So basically a part of the wall already been built. It's like 白给. They'll just have to build the small remaining things. On the first day of winter, Bob began to build the walls. He worked both day and night. During the day, he worked on the walls, right? And during the night, he used his horse to haul stone. So it's really efficient. Now his horse is basically like a truck. It never sleeps. His horse never tires, and it doesn't even need to go to the bathroom or something. It just keeps going. It's like a 永动机, That's his horse. It just keeps going. The gods kind of regretted their decision because the progress is S+. Very nice. A lot of the wall has already been built. The gods, right? The gods held Loki responsible, right? And threatened him. No, that's me. That's me.
Oh my.
Right.
Who's that supposed to be?
No, it's Loki. Loki. Sorry. So they saw Loki and say, hey, this is your fault, bro. You're gonna pay for this. So they began an assault and banged up Loki pretty hard. So they said, hey, you. They said.
So they agree with his decision at first, and then when it doesn't work out, they blame him.
Yes, because he acted like the advisor, So they and all that. Loki is very frightened, so he swore that he'll do something about it, right? One night, when Bob and his horse were getting back to work, hauling stones and stuff, a man, basically a female horse, came and lured Bob's horse away. So Bob doesn't have his eternal motion machine anymore. So Bob's efficiency goes to 0, and he fails to complete his mission. What are you doing? Now Bob feels like he got tricked, which he did get tricked. So he's very angry. He's very, very angry. And turns out he revealed his identity, right? He is actually a giant. He is actually a giant.
Okay.
And he starts tearing down his creation.
Why would he do that?
He said, oh, I'm not building this for you, just for you to cheat me out of it. So he starts destroying the wall again.
Wow.
Right? The gods saw that, oh, you're a monster, man. So our previous agreement wouldn't count anymore because you're a big monster. You doesn't fit in our rules and all that. So the gods decided to throw away their agreement and they summoned Thor. I don't know how they did it. They blew a goat's horn or something. So they summoned Thor, who took care of it, Bonk. Now, turns out, Loki had morphed into that mare and lured the male horse away.
Of course.
Now, this story doesn't end, right? Several months later, Loki returned and brought a horse with him, right? He gifted the horse to Odin, right? Now, this horse is basically Loki's son. Now, if you look at it, since Loki is Odin's sworn brother, Odin is basically riding his nephew.
So messed up.
Yes.
Oh my god. And he gave so Loki gave his son away.
Yes. He's like, what is this? I don't want this. But this horse,
Jerry, then go.
this horse, man,
He's watching my screen. I was texting to my parents and he's watching my screen behind me.
Sorry.
anyways, this horse is basically another eternal motion machine. It is the fastest thing in the universe, faster than okay, maybe not that joke. Anyways, that is the story of how Odin got his horse. Next up, we have Idun's apples. Idun, I think, apples. Now, there was a time, right, this is the second story called Idun's apples. It's spelled I-D-U-N. Now, there was a time when Loki, he made a bet with a giant and lost that bet. As for what the bet was, I don't know. It's probably, I don't know. So, he lost that bet and he was forced to kidnap Idun, and give her to him, as like a kidnapped bride or something, right? Idun was basically like this goddess who holds a basket of enchanted golden apples that give the gods their like immortality and invincibility and stuff. Yeah. So he has this big basket of enchanted golden apples. Like, here, oh, you look like you're getting old. Have an apple. An apple a day keeps the aging away. Sort of like that. The gods, they realized that Idun was gone. Right? They're very angry. How could this be? Who could have possibly stolen a goddess and gave her to a giant? Who could possibly do that? Loki. So they started another assault on Loki. Bro, they should stop calling this Norse mythology and start calling it Attack on Loki. Anyways, yeah, Attack on Loki. Now Loki is very scared. No, so he promised to steal Idun back. Right? So what did he do? He borrowed Freya's cloak. So Freya had a magical cloak that is made of one feather from every living bird, right? And so she can morph into all kinds of creatures and stuff. So Loki borrowed that cloak, and he turned into a falcon. Right? And then, so he flew. He flew to Idun. And he said, hey, I'm going to rescue you. But you're a bird. You're like this small. And I'm like a woman. I'm like that big. How you gonna, save me? You can't possibly turn me into something. So Loki turns her into a nut. A nut.
How insulting.
A nut. The little walnut.
Birds flies up and
No, acorn. What?
What if she lost her?
That's the idea.
If we ate her, would she die?
Probably.
Yeah.
So he took Idun and started carrying the nut.
In his beak.
It's nuts. And carried Idun. He's trying to carry her back to Asgard. But on their way, the giant. I was like, oh my God, where's my wife?
That's me.
The giant realized what Loki had done and tailed him as an eagle. So he became America and started to, chase after him. The gods, seeing the fountain, yes.
How do you know that Loki is How do you know?
Because Loki is the only one, Loki is the one who made the promise to him. So if anyone knows where Idun was, it was
How do you
Loki.
know that bird?
What?
How do you know that bird?
I guess Freya's cloak had some weird stuff going on. I'll look into it. So they saw Loki, the gods, in answer. The wall has been built, So they saw the falcon go into the walls, right? They said, oh my God. And then Loki told them that, oh my God, this giant dude is chasing me, bro. And so they built a giant bonfire.
Okay. I'm not going to see. I lost some stuff.
Okay, so they built a giant bonfire, right? And the smoke set the giant's like feathers on fire.
The giant has feathers.
Because he turned into a bald eagle. No. Now the giant's like, oh, what?
I'm on fire.
I'm on fire? So he fell and he died.
Oh, the end. Sad.
I think, okay, a story is directly relating to this one, but you're gonna listen to that in a later class. It's the giant has a daughter, Scotty, and Scotty comes for revenge. That's basically the second story that I'm gonna tell for later. Next one, Treasure of the Gods. This is a pretty important one. It explains how Thor got his hammer and all that.
Oh wait, I think I know that one.
Yes, I'm sure you do. Now, Thor, he has a wife called Sif. S-I-F, Sif. Sif had beautiful, beautiful hair, like Rapunzel. Like Rapunzel is actually based on Sif. And a Welsh folklore? I forgot. Now Sif had beautiful hair, magical hair. Thor was mighty proud of her hair. No, he's like, oh, wifey, 30% of the reason why I married you was because of your beauty. 60% was because of your hair, and 10% is because I was drunk. That's how Thor thought of her. Like her hair, man, it's the most important thing in the world, and so Loki shaved it off.
Wow.
What?
So one night, Sif was sleeping,
I think I heard this one.
right? And Loki's like, so
It can just grow back.
the hair was magical, so.
Oh, once you cut it.
And plus, it would take a long, long time to grow back. No? So Thor, when Thor woke up, he's like, oh, what a beautiful new day. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and my beautiful wife. And he sees Sif there. I was like, who is this witch beside me? What did you do to my lovely wife? And he slaps her away. Like, oh! What are you doing? No? So what does Thor do? Thor, let's see. At that moment, Thor thought, who in all of Asgard could possibly have the audacity to shave my wife's head?
Who else?
So what did he do?
Assault Loki.
He assaults Loki and threatens him to bring Sif's hair back.
Why?
Imagine if Loki actually didn't do anything. They just blame everything on him. Who knows who wrote this story? What perspective?
So Loki couldn't get the hair back because it was magical, and he sucked at creating. He only likes to tinker with them and destroy them and stuff. So what did he do? He decides to go to Svartalheim, the land of the dwarves that I told you in my second class.
Yes.
Svartalheim, the eternal darkness, underground caves and all that. He went to the dwarven lands to make them build something.
Fake hair?
Yeah, fake hair, the wig. The mother of all wigs. Now, he went to Svartalheim and found two groups of dwarves. Now, the sons of Ivaldi, and the brothers Brock and Sindri. Now, he first went to the sons of Ivaldi, and then he told them that the gods are holding a competition for who can build the best stuff. the most magical ones and all that. And he told them that Brock and Sindri, like the dwarf brothers, they mocked them and then say, yeah, bro, they suck, bro. We gonna be the best, bro. So he told them that the brothers are mocking them. So the sons of Ivaldi, which are very like hot-tempered and all that, right? They're really like angry because their pride was hurt. So they started working. Next, he went to the dwarf brothers, Brock and Sindri. And he told them the same things, like, hey, the gods are holding a competition for the mightiest things. But the sons of Ivaldi is laughing at you. And Brock and Sindri, being wise dwarfs, says, I don't care, man. We don't care. We already know who's better. We are better, so we don't care. No. So they didn't care, because deep down they know that sons of Vivaldi are worse craftsmen than them. So they didn't buy it. So Loki, in a desperate attempt, he offered his head, to them if they won, which the dwarf brothers agreed. So he's like, if you agree to this competition and you win, you'll get my head. And dwarf brothers like, yes, my head. And dwarf brothers are like, dang, you got a head, bro. So they agreed. They both started tinkering away. Sometime later, though, Loki went to check the progress. Sons of Ivaldi are doing just fine. However, the brothers are doing even better. And they're making like a super powerful weapon that would shatter all of cosmos and space and time. Let's guess what that is.
The
Mjolnir, the hammer. A warhammer. Now warhammers are basically like this big chunk of rock with a really long handle, which you can swing which you can swing it with. Yes. Right? He saw them and he is scared because he didn't want to lose his head. So he tried to intervene. Because Brock, how in ancient times in furnaces they need to pump gas, they need to pump air to make the blast furnaces hot. So Brock is pumping air into it, and he needs to maintain the temperature exactly the same, not 1 degree higher nor 1 degree lower, or else their craft won't work. They're currently making the handle, so this part. They're currently making that part for the handle. Right? Loki turned it into a giant mosquito and stung Brock. First on the neck, then on the nape. If you watch Attack on Titan, you'll know. Bozi, right here. That's why they said, vulnerable Titans and all that. So he stung him on the nape, and then finally, because Brock's like, oof, oof. He keeps going, right? So finally, he stings him on his eyelid.
Oh, that's hurt.
That does hurt. So Brock, he finally couldn't take it, take it anymore, and he pulled away and he swatted at it, which disrupted the heat flow. Because of this, a large part of the hammer's handle broke off. Loki, satisfied with himself, returned to Asgard. Because I've ruined their work, whatever, man. They're gonna lose now. So the day came, and the dwarves presented their gifts to the gods. Now the gods already knew that the dwarves would be holding a competition to see who's gonna make the best thing. So Loki, he did that transition really well, right? Now the sons of Ivaldi produced long golden hair. They made that for Sif. Now Thor, very happy. Not a witch anymore, woman. You are now my wife again. And then the second gift is a paper mache boat that can be folded so tiny it could fit in your pocket, and it was given to Freya, Freya's brother. Yeah.
What's the point if it's a paper boat?
No, it's like a paper mache boat, just it can be origami, but it's like a war boat.
Yes,
That can
basically it's a cone.
Yes. It's like a boat, and then you say, "Oh, shrinking." You know. That's where the Pirates of Caribbean, like that movie, you know, the Black Pearl in the water. Yeah. Now, and they made a golden spear that would never miss its target and gave it to Odin. Now, oaths and promises were made under this spear. It's like, I swear under the All-Father spear or something. Okay? And then, the brothers, Brock and Sindri, they produced first a giant golden boar, right? It's as bright as the sun and it would never tire. And they gave it to Freya's brother again. They also made a ring. Really nice ring, Draupnir, right? This ring would multiply itself 9 times every 9 days. So it's like infinite wealth, infinite economy. It's used to like infinite money source basically. And then finally they made a short hammer, Mjolnir. They named it Mjolnir. And it is the most powerful weapon of all of Cosmos, and it will never miss. Now, disclaimer, okay? Marvel, they lie to you, right? You don't need to be worthy to lift this hammer. Why? Because this hammer is just really, really heavy. Thor, he needs to get a special belt and special gloves to actually lift the hammer, because it's so heavy. As long as you're strong enough, you can lift it. So Marvel did a Google on that.
They probably used like from Excalibur. They took from King Arthur, that sword. They combined it to. Because like King Arthur had to pull the knife out, the sword out of the rock. They probably combined it.
Yeah. Now, so in Marvel movies, only like the what was that, Frostbreaker or something? Only that is sort of similar to Mjolnir. Because it's said that it is equal to the weight of a dying star. Now the heart of a dying star weighs roughly 1 million elephants. So if you can lift 1 million elephants, you can lift Mjolnir.
Okay.
You don't need to be worthy, you just gotta
have the
strong enough
strength.
to lift 100 elephants.
Then what about Earth's gravitational chain?
Because this isn't Earth.
Because it's Midgard.
No, I mean about the movie.
The moon.
Because the
Let me
movie
tell you
is
something,
pathetic.
son. Marvel is so. Next up, in the end, the gods. The gods of seeing Mjolnir. Oh my God, this weapon, best weapon of all of the cosmos. So they declared that Brock and Sindri was the winner, right? And the brothers be like, woo! Off with your head, brother. So they got out like the big saw thing, right? They wanted to cut off his head. Now Loki, the smart ass, Loki, the smarty pants, he's like, let me tell you something, brothers. I told you, you can have my head, bro, but you mustn't have my neck. You cannot have my neck. The agreement was only that you can have my head, not my neck. You mustn't touch my neck. And the brother's like, what? Hey? You can't cut off his head without touching the neck.
Then cut off half his head.
That's not the agreement. In Norse culture, agreements need to be followed to the exact same point. Unless, both sides deemed it okay, let's do that. So Loki, that's still, technically, every part of your body is connected to your neck, because it's all skin and flesh. So Loki used a little thing called logic and wordplay with
A
it.
little thing called logic.
Yes. The dwarf brothers, they became extremely, extremely angry. In the end, they sewed Loki's mouth up. It's like, all right, man, since we can't have your head, we'll make sure that you never bring distrust to any other people. I'll make sure you never lie again. So they sewed his mouth up.
Okay, cool.
So what's the moral of this story, right? Morals. First moral. Anyone have a guess?
Money is cool.
Money is cool.
Don't
lie.
sue your head off to everybody.
Very nice. Moral of the story. Don't do stupid things to your nephew's crush.
Don't wear fun
Don't
brush.
cut your hair.
Don't cut other people's hair.
Don't cut off your nephew's crush's hair. Second, don't make promises you can't keep. Third, don't be a smarty pants. Think twice before answering to requests. And third, always be wary of words and their hidden meanings. That's basically the morals of.
Whoa, whoa, that's deep.
That's deep. I know. I'm deep. I gather all of these. I'm a deep person. And that's it.
Oh wow.